I'm house sitting for a friend, and I'm just feeling lots of emotions. You know, this is someone who I witnessed growing up, and you know, seeing this person's little closet with their little nursing outfits, and seeing like the medications they have to take, and like all the little things they have to do to take care of their body, their little, you know, workout things, their little creams and lotions, and thinking about how these things are expensive, and even this, you know, place that they have and how much they have to pay for it in order so they can stay alive. And I just, something inside me kind of breaks a little bit, and I'm like, I can't believe somebody did this. Like, I cannot believe that somebody inflicted this on someone else, you know, and now this person has to be responsible and do all of this shit. And you know, and they said, you know, at one point their dad was like, one day randomly out of the blue, like, I can't believe I got involved with your mother. This man is, you know, very old. Okay, so we're middle-aged. These people are old. Our parents are old if they're still alive. And he's looking back on his whole life, and he's like, yeah, I was young. I committed to this woman, and I forced you and your siblings into this. And now I'm looking back on my whole life with your crazy mother, and I can't believe what I did. And I would really, really, really like to believe in what Nick Zay has been talking about here on YouTube, that we chose this, you know, we're gods who came here to experience practicing how to manifest and work with energy, you know, how to learn to control our emotions, to control our energy. You know, if you're a god who can manifest things instantly, and you're mad and you just think of something, you could, you know, wipe out an entire universe. Okay, yeah, that's real nice. But here's my question. How many people do you know who are actually working on their energy and controlling their fucking emotions? Literally name me one. Name me one person, okay? I would say I am one such person. I work really hard at it, but I literally, like, I literally don't know a single fucking other person. Like, some other entrepreneurs that I know who work in mental health industries, yeah. Some other personal development people I know, yeah. But I'm talking like, this is 1% of the population. So something else is going on here, really, I think. I also saw a theory that suggested that we are gods who are being punished. We did something bad in the god realm. So it's like, all right, hit them back on Earth. Get them on Earth so they can, you know, do some time and learn a lesson, you know, so they don't go do the bad things again. And it's interesting. You look at the gods of the Greek gods. They got punished for things, and they got human punishments, right? You had the one guy who shared fire with the humans. Woo! He was not supposed to do that, so he had to push a rock up and down a mountain for eternity, and every night an eagle would come and, you know, eat his pancreas out, this painful, horrible thing, and then the next morning it would grow back again. Doesn't this sound like a metaphor for human life? Push the rock up the hill, finally get it to the top. You wake up the next morning, it's back down again. You wake up the next morning and you know you're going to suffer that pain from that eagle coming for you, and you can't do a single thing. And I think about that, and I'm like, it sounds like a real metaphor for what has happened to humans. If you're in a human body, it's because you are suffering because you did something bad. And this is a hell realm. And you know, there's lots of gods who need to be punished, or beings who need to be punished. So, I mean, essentially, if you go in and having children, I mean, yeah, they're going to be souls who will be punished. But, I mean, according to this theory, like, they deserved it. They were going to end up incarnating here through someone anyway. Myself personally, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I'm really grateful that I thought long and hard for a very long time about the moral, financial, emotional, physical, relational, spiritual, and energetic repercussions of forcing someone here into hell. You know, and I could imagine maybe someone, you know, maybe someone could look like that on my cute little life, like all the little things I have to do to stay alive, all of the emotional regulation, the hoops I have to jump through, the things I have to suffer and endure because I don't have a traditional support system and haven't had like any help my entire life because of the decisions that my parents made. You know, and all the little things that I have to do to kind of make things work, the way that I try to bring peace in areas, and you know, the toll it takes on me is kind of just like the nature of this world, you know what I mean? But if I imagine that I had forced someone into this world and then I went into their house and I saw that they had all their little work uniforms lined up because they had to work because I forced them here and I could not pay for them. And they had, you know, like supplements and medicine and things to care for their aches in their body and their dry skin or like whatever else, like all of the things they had to suffer for being a human because of what I did. I honestly could not bear it. I could not bear it. This is why I say that having children is for people who do not have empathy, long-term thinking skills, or a high degree of intelligence. I'm sorry, but it's true. That's all.